Session, Double, Triple, NEIPA, West Coast. Everyone knows the names, but almost nobody understands what they actually mean. Today, I'll break down every IPA style so you finally know what you're drinking. IPA stands for India Pale Ale. The style originated in the 18th century, when English brewers added extra hops and raised the alcohol content so their beer could survive long sea voyages to British colonies. The hops acted as a preservative. The flavour became more intense, and this stronger beer became known as India Pale Ale. That simple origin has grown into one of the most diverse categories in the entire beer world. To make it easier to understand, we'll explore the different types of IPA in clear-themed groups. If you're already learning something, hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps more people discover these guides. The foundations of the IPA. English IPA. This is the original IPA. English IPAs are balanced, earthy, and slightly floral, with a noticeable malt backbone. They're usually between 5 and 7% ABV and offer a smooth, traditional take on the style. This is the IPA blueprint. American IPA, the style that transformed modern craft beer. American hops bring bright flavors of citrus, pine, and tropical fruit. Bitterness is higher, the finish is often drier, and the aroma is far more expressive. This style became the base for almost every modern IPA variation. IPAs based on their strength. Session IPAs are a lighter, more drinkable version of an IPA, usually between 3 and 5% ABV. They deliver familiar hop aroma and flavour, but with a softer, gentler body. Double IPA, also called a dipper or imperial IPA. Expect bold hop bitterness, strong citrus and tropical flavours, and a rich malt backbone supporting a strength of 7.5 to 10%. Triple IPA, even stronger, 10 to 12% ABV. Extremely aromatic, layered with hop flavours and supported by warming malt sweetness. Right, let's talk about modern American IPAs. First up, the New England IPA, often called a NEIPA. Known for its hazy appearance, soft mouthfeel, and that juicy flavour profile everyone seems to rave about these days. You can expect notes of mango, pineapple, orange, and stone fruits, all with low bitterness. NEIPAs are my favourite style of IPA. Now, moving on to the West Coast IPA. These are clear, crisp, and, well, firmly bitter. Think grapefruit, pine, and citrus with a dry finish. Personally, I hate them and think that they taste like blended Christmas trees. And then there's the double dry hopped IPA, or DDH for short. This means hops are added twice during fermentation, which really boosts the aroma and intensifies the flavour, but without dramatically increasing the bitterness. Another favourite of mine. Now, let's have a look at some dark and light hybrids. The Black IPA is a dark-coloured IPA that blends roasted malt with, that hop-forward flavour. You can expect hints of cocoa and coffee, all balanced with pine and citrus. On the lighter side, we've got the White IPA, which is a hybrid of Belgian wit beer and American IPA. Wheat, citrus peel, and Belgian yeast bring spice and fruit notes, sitting alongside that classic American hop aroma. Crisp and modern innovations. Right, let's get into it. First up, Cold IPA. This one's brewed with lager yeast at cooler temperatures, which creates a dry, bright finish that really lets the hop flavor shine through, nice and clear. Then you've got Brut IPA, which is, well, extremely dry and almost champagne-like. Enzymes work their magic to remove any residual sweetness, so you're left with a crisp, aromatic beer. Quite refreshing, if you ask me. Moving on to grain variations. Red IPA, for starters, brings caramel and toasted malt flavors that are nicely balanced by a firm hop bitterness. The color ranges from deep amber to red, which is rather striking. Rye IPA, on the other hand, uses rye to add a spicy, peppery edge and a dry finish. And then there's Oat IPA, which is a smoother, softer IPA thanks to oats that give it a silky mouthfeel. It's a lovely twist on the classic style. Now, let's talk about the experimental edge. Cryo IPA uses cryo hops, which are produced by freezing hop cones and separating the concentrated lupulin. This really intensifies aroma and flavor without adding extra bitterness. It's a bit like a NEIPA that went to science camp, honestly. Then there's Milkshake IPA, brewed with lactose for a smooth, creamy body, and often combined with fruit for a dessert-like finish. Fruited IPA, as the name suggests, features fruit additions like grapefruit, passion fruit, or fleshy blood orange to enhance aroma and flavor. Zero IBU IPA is quite fascinating. All hops are added late in the boil or through dry hopping, so you get strong aroma and flavor with almost no measurable bitterness. Honestly, that sounds like craft beer heaven to me. And finally, Farmhouse IPA, which blends Saison yeast with IPA hopping for a dry, spicy, bright and aromatic profile. Quite the adventure, isn't it? So, as you can see, IPA styles are far broader than most people realize. Whether you prefer something light and sessionable, bold and boozy, hazy and juicy, or crisp and dry, there's an IPA style for every palate. If you've got a favorite IPA style, tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And if you'd like other beer styles explained, just let me know. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. Shameless plug. My book, The Hopper's Little Book of Naughty Beer Wisdom, is available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle. You can also find beer articles, reviews, and updates on my blog at barrybeerreviewer.co.uk, along with links to my shop if you'd like to support the channel. And if you'd like to buy me a beer, please make sure it's not a Westie. Yuck! Thanks for watching. Hopper out!